He was always a happy boy. The moment he was born, he's smiling, he's engaging. He hit all his milestones until he turned 1.
And then we started noticing that he had like these, peculiarities, I guess you could say. And then so certain anxieties started developing. But it was really at about 18 months that we started noticing the behavioral changes, and it became much more pronounced.
There's this one case, he just got really upset, but he can't tell us why. So he was hitting me with his head, he was kicking the wall, and his toenails started to bleed. And we don't know how to calm him down. And I remember I was crying. I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with you. I don't know what to do with myself.
For us, it was just very difficult as his parents to, one, see him suffer like that and not be able to communicate, but also for us to try to figure out what was going on with our son.
I think at that moment, we know that we needed some help. The doctor told us, your son is probably having some sort of neurological disorder, which you need a neurological pediatrician to look at him. And then we took him to the pediatrician, he looked at it, and then he said, yeah, he probably have autism.
Mario.
Our family stumbled upon skateboarding when Justin found an old skateboard that we had in the garage, which we literally kept to just haul and move like, furniture around. And so when he found it, he didn't know what to do with it, he didn't know how to ride it. He just found that one of the wheels turned and spun around. So one day he had a meltdown, but I remember just putting him on the front of my board, and then because he couldn't balance himself on it by himself, I held his hands kind of Titanic style, and then what we did was we just rolled back and forth on the sidewalk in front of our house, and I noticed this immediate relaxing and calming effect it just had on him. And so that's kind of how it started as a therapeutic tool to calm him down and allay his anxieties. We try to search for a clinic for Justin so that he can learn from an expert. However, the clinics are held in the East Coast, or if they are held in California, they're held down in Southern California, where the majority of the skateboard companies are located. So I came to the conclusion that I had to first relearn how to skateboard myself. I had not skateboarded in probably well over 20, 25 years, and then I would have to teach him myself.
Arnold is actually very, he doesn't know how to bond with Justin because the way he behaves, and there's no common bond between them. When they started skateboarding together, I slowly feel that bond was developing. It's like a dad playing baseball with his son, and then he found a common language that will go through each other. And then he feel like, oh my God, if I talk about skateboarding, he's gonna talk back to me, and then we're gonna have a conversation no matter how short, and that bonding started, and there's a communication. So when I was standing on the sideline and then I watched them skate together, I kind of realized, I said, I think this is it. I think this is the way of communicating to my son and to Arnold.
A year and a half ago, I saw my son who was just trying to find his way, and he's suffering. So, skateboarding was that outlet that gave him, an identity and something that we can bond together with as a father and son.
I mean, our whole life is evolving around skateboarding, where we need to go buy his equipment, we need to make sure he's safe, we need to align our schedule so Justin can skateboard. So everything we do this together. Skateboarding changed Justin's life in so many ways. He boosted up his confidence, first of all, because he knows that there's certain things he doesn't do well.
Even for neurotypical kids, for 7-year-olds, it's very difficult for them to concentrate for an extended period of time. But for Justin, when he's skateboarding, he's completely focused, whether it's skating for 1 hour or 4 hours. And we noticed that when he skates, he's able to incorporate sensory integration. So all the components of his neurological system, I think he has to channel and focus them, and so that he can skateboard and hold himself on that skateboard. And that also has kind of transferred into other areas of his life, like his social interaction with other people, his speech skills.
I want other people to see Justin as a regular 7-year-old boy. We don't have any expectation that he needs to be this person, or he needs to be in this place, and he needs to do this so he will become successful.
One of the things that I think is really interesting and really awesome about Pauline, Arnold, and Justin is that they don't really put any expectations on him. They don't have this ideal of like how he should be and the way he's going to be. They've kind of accepted every step of the way where he's at.
Seeing someone like skate and progress like as much as he has just makes me want to progress too.
Different is okay. I think that different, for him to be different, through this whole experience, it's just made me, I think, a much better father, a much better person, a much better teacher. I've taught a lot of people a lot of different things, including Kendall. Some of the people that I have coached and trained with have gone on to achieve national champions and those kind of things. But I think teaching him skateboarding is, I think, my biggest accomplishment. We started with nothing, knowing nothing, and there's no guarantee either. Going through this process, I've learned that there's really a light at that end of the tunnel.